a more younger crowd. He done grab these old dudes from where they done make jokes about Juelz Santana's teeth and all types of shit going on.
That was Javante who fought that fight. I know Tank. This nigga called the oldest YNs to help him walk down. No, nigga, no. That is not how the game is played. That is not the rules. That's not how this shit is played, man. This is bullshit. No disrespect. It was a great fight by Lamont. That was not a great fight by Tank, man. Why you walk out with them old dusty ass niggas, man?
Y'all boxers gonna learn. See, I was scared for Gervonta Davis from the entrance. Soon when I seen Juelz fucking up, then Jim Jones popped out the corner. I said, oh no, this nigga lost. This nigga came out with old ass Dipset. Music wasn't even hitting right. I said, nah, it's over, man. I knew once he had them two niggas right there, it was gonna be a rough night.
So now they walk him to the stage now, and it feels different. Roach is in the stage, he got a custom design fit from Ian Connor. He's ready for the moment. He did come on the show and say he was working on some shit, and he came through with some shit on. All right, cool. First couple rounds, real feel out moment, little touch here, little touch here. There was no real action. Less than 10 punches thrown and all this other shit. Real pandering. Then you start seeing shit talk. And this is where the being familiar with one another comes in. So now they talking shit. Now they're getting up close and personal. But every time Tank has something, Lamar has something to match. He fought him tooth and nail to the 12th round. Now, in between there, Tank took a voluntary knee. For whatever reason, he said, something with his eye. But there was a conversation with the ref. I was just confused, like a voluntary should be a 10-8 round. This is non-biased, and Tank is my guy. But if it fought to a draw and that would have counted, what would that have looked like? So I think, referees should be, accountable to do post-fight interviews as well to find out exactly why that wasn't called a knockdown or for whatever reason that wasn't scored that way. I couldn't call it. I don't know why, but it should have been called a knockdown or at least 10 count. But whatever the case is, they continue to scrap. Tank start, laying the leather, but Lamar he's right there, tooth and nail, stumbles Tank a few times. You seen some of the body work catch up to Lamar where, he ate in and, he thought about it, paused. But Tank was so worried about the skill set of Lamar that, he wasn't overly committing to the moment. Weird situation to view. The corner looked a little different this time around. You had the Headbangers coach, Barry Hunter, as the lead guy. And then you had Coach Calvin, who was actually his lead trainer for all of these years. So it's like sometimes a struggle of voices. And the familiar voice wasn't the same. The people kind of had a hard time digesting it. And I get it. Sometimes building a dream team is something that you might want to do. But when the going gets tough, the message has to come from one. And one that, can buy in and get you to your best moment and incite you and then riot those spirits inside of you. And when they told him, I need these three, I don't know if that effect had the same effect coming from, a different voice. But needless to say, they got to the 12th round. Lamar held his own and the scorecards read. Two side, and I think one was for Tank, majority draw. Me per se, I'm a hardcore casual. I don't know how you have two people for one person for another one. You get a majority draw, but whatever the case is, they draw. It was a draw. They both save a O on their shit. Don't add another loss to it. But that blemish of a draw on the record for Tank, I don't know if he really gave a shit. That's the crazy thing about it. But he's no longer a perfect fighter. 30 something 0-0. But I don't think he really gave a shit. It was a good showing on both sides. Lamar proved a lot of people wrong. It was like, y'all had me fucked up, thinking that I was coming in there to lay down or get a check. Basically said, I'm not Frank Martin or none of these other cats. Like, I got skills, I could box, and I'm not afraid of this moment. I'm not afraid of Tank. And he showed it. I believe he put himself in a great position moving forward that, he can garnish some paychecks if he doesn't take the fight right away as a rematch. And the reason I say that is because, the emotions of boxing to tell you, I want to run it back right now. But the business side of it makes more sense for him to do a couple things in his division, because he did get an exempt to go up 5 pounds to challenge for the 35 belt. So he still got his belt at 30. But now, does he get another exemption to have, a rematch in this sense? Or does he use the leverage and the success that he did have and move into the fact of, now I could leverage percentage-wise, I could be a 60-40 guy, 130 down, and, maybe the O'Shaquie Fosters or the Navarretes or whoever's down there at 30, that could be a challenge or not be a challenge to him. But now he could leverage the moment to make some money. Tank continue doing what Tank does. Hopefully he continue winning and putting the names that the people want on the resume. And then as you move forward down the line, now it's like, this is the guy that got away from the knockout streak. This is the guy that possibly people felt beat Tank. Now the moment is bigger. The payout is bigger. The audience is bigger. The attention is bigger. So everything is garnishing checks and checks and checks. So